babies, let's talk about the downfall of Cierra Ortega from Love Island Season 7. I know downfall sounds very, very harsh, but it's a hook for the video. To be honest, she started off really, really strong in the villa. And then unfortunately, I have like a list of like around 7, 8 things that she did in the villa that ultimately rubbed America the wrong way. And so this is a good lesson for people that are in the future wanting to go into the villa, people that are super fans of Love Island. Yeah, don't do this. The only reason why I'm posting this video now, I wasn't going to, right? Because she's getting a lot of hate online. The thing is, she posted this today, claiming that she's getting the villain edit on from the show. I don't believe she's getting the villain edit. I believe it was her own actions that caused this, and so we're gonna talk about that. I don't want anyone to send her hate. That's not the point of this video. But I do kind of want to point out how certain actions look disingenuous, mischievous, and downright mean girl. And that's ultimately what led her to being in the position that she is. I do feel bad about the whole Nick Landry of it all, but we'll talk about that as well a little bit. So let's just get into it. My followers have been asking me to post this for like a really long time, and I've just because I don't want to like bring hurt to her, that's why I like didn't post it. But I'm gonna say both positive and then also get into some of the things that she did wrong, you know. I'm gonna try to be nice about it, okay? So Cierra actually started off really strong. I mean, she came into the villa and she was like this girl that like really just knew fashion. Everyone was mesmerized by her outfits and like her cool girl, LA girl personality, and she had a really good strong start, you know what I mean? Like people were really enamored by her. All right, even I forgot about like the Baldasha of it all, but like this was really like the first time we started to see cracks in Cierra's cool girl persona that she was putting on. It was like a mask, right? Like, but who she is at her core started to come out a little bit when we were watching this.
Like that bothers me.
Feels like a little love triangle going on.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I was so happy with Bella, like, I'm so happy that you were the kid. She mounted me. You got if you don't like it.
I'm just trying to like keep my focus here on what you and I are doing. It bugs
trying to
me
get Nick
so
to do the
much
same thing.
that he can't just give me a black and white answer. Sooner than later would be awesome.
Which Islander do you think is the best kisser?
He wanted to kiss Landria.
It's funny over there.
Whenever Nick and Baldasha were together, she's like, what's funny over there? I hate it. So like the mask was coming off and we could see like she wasn't the cool girl that she was trying to pretend to be, which is fine, but like be your authentic self. So like at that point we were kind of be like, oh, Cierra, like you're moving a little different. The other thing is like every second that she got with Nick, she used to like do things physically with him to lock him down. So like remember right before the elimination, she thought her spot was gonna be like compromised with Baldasha, so she takes him into the photo booth area and like makes out with him, and like all of a sudden Nick wasn't as confused, he ended up picking Cierra. And so we've seen that like a couple of times when she feels like her spot on the island is threatened, like she hunched him twice at very like opportunistic moments where she was about to get the boot, you know what I mean? The first insane dumping by Cierra, and we were like, what is this girl thinking, was Charlie. Now Charlie's a little bit questionable, Trump stuff, MAGA, even though he's from the UK, questionable, but like he was a very strong couple with Hannah. They were like probably gonna win this thing if they didn't separate them. So watch this. This is a reasoning for getting rid of him.
This is a really nearly impossible decision to make. I think you all deserve to be here exploring your connections. I'm making this decision purely based off of the strength of the original couples over the course of the last couple of days. And because of that, the Islander I am choosing to dump is Charlie.
That was like the first, we were jaw on our floor. I don't think you guys remember, but our jaws were collectively on the floor when she did this, because what do you mean looking at the strongest couple? First of all, she and Charlie came in as bombshells together. So why do you think that how could you even say that? Like, you're in the same boat as Charlie. So that was like very hypocritical on her part. Then when Hannah tried to make the best connection that she could in the island, Hannah gets kicked off by these girls too. And here's the main ringleader here talking about it.
I hated to see Hannah go out today. I think she should feel really lucky that she had the chance to feel two really amazing, fucking awesome connections with two awesome guys. And I think that's a feeling that you guys also deserve to feel.
Let's see your explanation at the mailbox challenge, because Pepe asked her why she sent Hannah home.
She is one of the only girls who truly explored an unsafe connection with another person. The logic does not make sense.
Yeah.
So it was Hannah, Iris, and Amaya. Sorry for the things you've done. I felt that Iris had something budding with TJ. Amaya hadn't really had the chance to have a romantic connection with anyone at the time. Like, I thought they had both been dealt an unfair hand. Whereas someone like Hannah at that time had the chance to explore two really strong connections and be lucky for it. Not only that, but I feel like you're someone who came in and was really adamant about wanting to explore all of your connections in the villa, and I feel like once you and Hannah had gotten paired up, it was...
So she didn't know that, though. She didn't know that he was going to actually be able to match with someone else. In fact, he struggled with it for quite a long time, and he didn't like Graceland, right? It wasn't until, like, him and Iris kind of were like, wait, could we couple up? And that's serendipitous, but it was by chance. It wasn't like Sierra's master plan. She was just trying to kick out the stronger couples out of the villa. And as you can tell here, the same thing happened to her, but then she didn't like it. You know what I mean? Well, her situation's different because she got kicked out for another reason. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like the rules are different for them. Like, the main islanders. And even though Sierra was a bombshell, I think she, in her head, considers herself a main islander. Before all the kicking out other strong couples and stuff, I think it was around the time when the whole Baldasha-Sierra feud was going on in the island, we started to realize that, like, Sierra's connections with Love Island run deep. And then we were questioning, like, the authenticity about how she's moving around in the villa. Like, for instance, we found out that all of her friends were, like, Love Island contestants in previous seasons. We found out that she even, like, threw a Love Island birthday for herself. Like, that's how big of a fan she was of the show. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a fan, but just knowing that she's, like, a Nepo baby in that sense gave her a certain leg up as opposed to the other Islanders. That, in combination with the fact that we sort of were seeing sometimes when her mask would slip off, we were like, oh, she's playing the game. It's not her most authentic self. And so that sort of disconnect, it doesn't allow the audience to really feel like they have a special connection with you, because they realize that they're not seeing the full, true you. It's like a barrier. You have a barrier between you and the audience. You want the audience to fall in love with you, but you have that mask up. So we're unable to. You know what I mean? As the episodes went on, we started to see more and more of Sierra's mask slip when she was talking to the other Islanders, especially about Huda. They seemed to be gossiping behind her back, making faces, just in general showing their dislike for her. And not everyone needs to be friends in the villa, but the problem is when you act fake, that's not nice. Like, if you don't like somebody, you should just be open and clear with it. Like, if you don't like someone, that's it. Talking about somebody behind their back, but to their face being buddy-buddy, that's where it, like, kind of leans the wrong way. I mean, to be honest with you, when she got kicked out of the villa, she posted a static post on her Instagram and called Huda her friend. Or, like, my girl. I think she said my girl, which just kind of makes it worse, because we've seen how rude you are to her in other instances. So, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't talk about my girls like this behind their backs. Like, for instance.
Oh, I think she thinks we're staring at her. Good enough. What do you think? It's full of gold. Oh, shit.
It's not really a surprise, and like I did vote you to leave twice. Yeah, I just feel like.
Oh, Nick.
You don't get the tail, but do you mind?
Nick is gonna get a whole expose on him too at this point, because I'm sick of this dude. I mean, I like him, but like also, I just don't like how he's like two-faced, you know what I mean? Then came the infamous mailbox challenge. Yeah, the one where she was making faces the whole time at Huda. This made me extremely upset because prior to this, you could actually see her and Shelly scheming with Alandria with the cards in hand, trying to manipulate and strategize how this challenge was gonna go. And then afterwards, for her to sit here and make these faces at Huda is giving Mean Girl. It's giving, I think I'm the queen of the castle. Me and my two best friends, we're season 7's PPG. I think I'm hot shit. This is that face. Like, I actually get really upset when I look at this because if you've ever been bullied in real life, this will trigger you. If it doesn't trigger you, you're probably the bully in real life. Like, you bully other people. I'm actually going to refer to my own video. This is part 15 below. And I want to show you what I had discovered literally on the 4th of July. Wow. July 4th. How patriotic of me. Watch this. For you to not talk to her. So then I was like, wait a minute, but she's talking to so many other people and prolonging this. Like, is this a part of the plot? Is this a storyline? Cut to episode 26 when they're doing the standing on business challenge. Everyone's writing their cards. I'm looking at most of the guys. They're sitting by themselves writing the cards. What's that in Soul Ties? It's the 3 mean girls sitting together. So what's going on there?
You still ain't had your combo, so this is a perfect time. I thought with her and Chris.
You gotta address some of it.
Yeah,
Maybe not all of it,
for real, girl.
but at least like some of it.
That was really interesting. They're saying that you should address all of this, some of this, whatever. Sierra's the one who wrote a card to Chris. So that just goes to show these 3, they sat together, they constructed their cards together, their strategy behind what they're doing. They're not moving authentically. Like, you should let people write anonymously, authentically, whatever they're feeling. But they're coming together and doing like a full strategy session. Like, I'm surprised they didn't have like a big whiteboard so that they can make like Venn diagrams and
All right,
stuff.
Shelly, not the Venn diagrams.
You see Huda sitting over here on the side. So this video was actually about Shelly, but like, trust me, like Cierra was a part of all of that and she was orchestrating it. I also think the way that she handled when her card was being read by Chris, like, say that then. That was like so unnecessarily aggressive. Like, what did Chris ever do to you to like...
Cierra, are your intentions with Huda genuine? I'm gonna answer that first. Yes, they are. I actually do fuck with her a lot more than, and I told everybody that in the villa.
Yep, you did.
It's actually surprising me how we get along and I connect with her.
The allegations of being like the most prepared masked islander, like she just can't beat them.
It wouldn't be a bombshell if she wasn't picking my fucking man.
It wouldn't be a bombshell if she wasn't kissing my fucking man.
Yeah, I think that's what she thought she was giving, you know? When she was making all those faces and stuff, I feel like she thought that she was like Leah, but she wasn't giving Leah. She was just giving Mean Girl, unfortunately. So if you're a girl like Huda, you're in this villa, you're seeing these people, they're talking about you, they're snickering right in front of you. Also, she's making faces, they're like doing the mailbox challenge and attacking you, they're attacking your man. Do you think you have a friend in there? Probably not. Still, this girl, Huda, is so sweet. She's checking up on Cierra to see if she's okay. I think she was missing Nick at this point, like Casa Amor. And she's ignoring Huda. And so this is where I'm like, you really don't think like anyone is worth your time or energy here, really? Like, other than like Alandria and Shelly, you guys are the 3 mean girls, like, you don't give an F about other people, which is kind of insane to me. Mind you, as people are getting eliminated, they're coming out of the villa and they're giving us their opinion on people, right? Like, we saw Vanna come out and say that, like, only Amaya and Huda were nice. Vanna was like, I was so surprised at how nice Huda was. People are not saying anything about Cierra, right? Same thing goes with, what's her name, Coco. When Coco left the villa, too. She was also saying that there was like mean girl energy in the villa and stuff, and we already know how Dasha feels about Cierra as well, and how Hannah feels about it too. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, if everyone else is coming out the villa saying like one thing about like only the 2 most genuine girls in the villa and the rest of them are like chopped liver for them, well, actually they were chopped liver for them, right? Like the bombshells that were eliminated were chopped liver for Cierra. Like, they weren't worth Sierra's time or energy, you know what I mean? So that's another reason why, like, the mean girl allegations just kept coming through for Cierra, and we were like, okay, guys, like, I don't think that she's a nice person. You know, I really don't understand how she thinks that she's a villain at it, because as I'm doing my research, I'm remembering, like, she came in as a bombshell and she took Nick to the hideaway. The very first thing that she did, this was like episode 2 or 3, and they had a whole day in the hideaway, right? Then they had that whole picnic date too, and there's problems with that. I'm gonna have to talk about that too. She kind of came off disingenuous with that. And she just kept getting like a lot of screen time, and like it was like positive with her and Nick, and they were like really pushing that thing. I mean, I know that Nicolandria was being pushed too, but you were in Casa Amor with Elan. Like, it was up to you. Could have chosen him, girl. You could have. Instead, you hunched Nick to lock him down. And then you guys were like exclusive or like locked in or whatever. I think they were closed off. They were closed off. And then she got the boot, which is like karmic, because that's what she's been doing for all the other couples. Like, once they lock in, she boots them out. So it was only fitting, but she got booted out for actually something that's a lot more serious, and we'll touch on that in a second. But we're gonna go back to the date with Nick. She was caught in a little bit of a white lie, looked a little disingenuous to me.
He was just like, it's very clear to me that like you are the only person in here for me, and like I only have eyes for you. He's just like, it's you. I want you. I only want to be with you. I feel like I only have eyes for you. Are you saying I'm your dream girl? Basically. Are you saying I'm your dream girl?
Cringe!
He was just
A lot of you guys clocked that. Like, right when the episode came out, you guys clocked that. You're like, wait a damn minute. That is not what Nick said. Like, that is what you're saying. And of course, like, a lot of Nicolandria stans were the first to, like, clock it. But it still stands that she was being disingenuous with her storytelling with the girl. She comes back and it's like she's marking down her territory even more. I'm like, girl, chill. Like, at this point, relax. No one's gonna go after Nick now. Like, Landry had her shot. She's not going to, because of the girls-girl bond and whatever stipulation you guys have. Then the last diabolical thing Cierra did in the villa was she stood behind Taylor to save him from elimination when TJ was up for grabs, when Andriana was up for grabs. Like, there were so many people standing on that line. Vanna, like, all these people, right? Austin too, right? And so many people went home that day. She decides to stand behind Taylor. Number one, Taylor, who had been disrespectful and terrible to Alandria, and all of that came to head at the mailbox challenge. So if you're Alandria's girl's girl, like, why are you not standing up for Alandria and not trying to save Taylor, someone who's been hurting her? Let Taylor go so Alandria can be free, right? But then she also deceived Iris, and badly, because I don't think you guys remember this, but when they were sitting on the bleachers finding out that TJ was going to get eliminated, Iris immediately starts bawling in Cierra's arms. Those two were extremely close in the villa. And for her to betray her friend Iris, that was the ultimate betrayal for someone who was the closest friend for you, other than Alandria and Shelly. But like, honestly, Iris didn't have a whole lot of friends in there. She's like a little bit of a quiet person. So here's what Iris had to say about that.
You feel blindsided at all by any of the women not standing behind TJ?
I definitely did. I thought, my girlfriends would stand behind TJ, and I know it's a hard decision to make. I was upset. I definitely kept to myself for the next couple days, and I definitely expressed to them like this, that I didn't like that, that it hurt my feelings.
How did they receive that?
They were like, I'm so sorry. This is why I did this. I really wanted to stand behind you. I really did, but this is my reasoning for why I stood behind Taylor, or why I stood behind Austin, or whoever it was. Yeah. I thought at least one of them would.
I know.
And I thought it would be Cierra, because I would spend most of my time with her.
There you go.
And talk to her like very closely about my feelings with TJ at the time. And for her to like stand behind Taylor, I was very confused, but I didn't honestly really get her reasoning why, besides that she just wanted to support Nick. But it definitely it hurt.
You feel blindsided at all by any of the women not?
And by the way, Cierra was like the last, if not the second to last person to get up and stand behind someone. And her excuse for like supporting Nick, I'm like, girl, Nick, the second you left the villa, was like running to Alandria. So I don't know what you're talking about, girl. Like, what loyalty do you have to Nick? Like, historically on Love Island, usually the girls stick together. Like, the girls always vote for the girls. So standing behind Andriana was like the correct thing to do. Like, that's what other people would have probably done, like, in other seasons, like PPG, they stuck together. Even, like, Liv was such a girl's girl, too. Like, everyone just kind of sticks together. No one really votes for the guys. Like, that's not really being girl's girl. But, like, you'll weaponize the girl's girl situation, right? Like, you'll weaponize the theory of being a girl's girl when other people aren't moving the way that you want them to move. So poor TJ had to leave the villa, and again, she broke up a very strong couple. I think a lot of people liked Iris and TJ. I mean, I don't want to make it like about race, but I think they had the white vote. I really do. Like, they would have been a contender for being up top, you know what I mean? Iris and Pepe, they're cute together and stuff, but we felt like it was so fresh. I feel like that was the reason why they didn't get a whole lot of votes. Like, a lot of those people probably converted to Nick and Alandria because Nick Alandria has been like one thing that we've been pushing since the get-go. You see what I mean by like kicking out the strong couples? Like, it really seemed like she was such a mastermind to be a part of everything. And like, the second she left the villa, everybody was like commenting, oh my god, it feels much lighter in Love Island, da, 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 da. It's like much better, it's lighter, da, da, da. She's gone. I'm like, I don't know if it's like 100% her or whatever, but I will say when she left the villa, everybody had like these witch allegations against her, which were so crazy. Actually, just to protect myself, I want to say return to sender. Any negative energy that her or her friends are putting upon me, return to sender. They're actually in Greece right now together. All of them, including her friends that like pretty much disowned her when she got canceled. The two friends, Johnny and MJ, that were like her biggest rah-rah cheerleaders here on TikTok. When she got kicked out the villa, they went radio silent for 2 days. And then they posted something saying like they're not gonna handle her social media anymore. And they basically like just kind of separated. We're like, we're not associated with her. And then we were like, what terrible friends. Like, you could hold your friend accountable but not leave her in a ditch. You know what I mean? Like, that's terrible. Yeah, it's all fake. It is all fake. They're LA influencers. What can I say? Like, they're in Mykonos now together. So I'll put up some screenshots for you guys to see. Here's the screenshots. And just in case if they are doing witchcraft together in Mykonos, and they will never lose the witchcraft allegations, bro. So return to sender. I don't want any negative energy for making this video. I started off positive. I said good things about her, okay? So anyways, yeah, the list that I have is pretty long. And I quite honestly, I could have done more, but I wanted the turnaround time to be posted by today. Let me know if I missed anything. Write something in the comment section below if I missed anything. I tried to cover as much as I could. But yeah, she's done a lot. She's done a lot of shady stuff in the villa, not gonna lie. This is all to say, honey, you did not get the villain era. Like, you got a lot of good dates out of it. Like, they always made you look good. It was really just like your own actions. Like, if you could just not, if you went in as like more authentically, like you cared more about yourself and your connection, and you didn't worry about other people, and you didn't have like this mask on, then maybe the audience could have connected with you a little bit more. And this is something that I'm learning in my acting class, is like when you're acting, right? Like, sometimes the character that you're acting has a mask itself, but you need to understand their core. Like, at the end of the day, what is their beliefs? What is like making them act in a certain way? Like, what's the thing that's bogging them down? What's the thing that's making them happy? What are their passions and their goals? You got to think about all these things about the character. But that's acting. You're on reality TV, and we're hoping to see the true you. So if you're coming on with a mask, it doesn't help us connect. You know what I mean? But yeah, as far as like edits go, I think they were setting you up to be pretty high up there. And then, you know, the racial slur that got in the way of your Love Island trip, I'm sure that's how you view it. For us, we were like, oh, that's really terrible. Like, that's an insight on your personality. Because not only are you saying the word, but you're saying it as like a negative thing that you don't want to look like, right. You don't want to look like that group of people. That was how terrible it was. It wasn't just you use the word. You were saying, I'm getting Botox because I hate how my eyes look. Like, my eyes look this way, and I don't want to look like that. That entire group of people that look that way, them, the Asians, yeah, let me attach a slur word to it and say, I don't want my eyes to look Asian. It's terrible. That you need to figure out why inside of you think this way, because it's you. I mean, it's beauty standards that are pressed upon us, but as we grow older, we need to realize when we're misstepping and correct it. Okay? I'm not saying anything's wrong with getting Botox, but there's definitely something wrong with you hating an eye shape that an entire population of people, like diverse group of people, have. So, yeah. We're talking about accountability. I didn't want to post this video because you said that you were going to take accountability and you're going to grow and you're going to be better, live, light, love, laugh, whatever, you know what I mean? But then you posted this and said that you got a villain edit. And I just don't agree that you had a villain edit. I really don't. I can say, like, Nick moved shady. I don't really think that he's the best guy out there, but then again, which guy who goes on a reality dating show is, realistically? They're hard to come by. Most of them are going to be really questionable characters, doing it for fame, doing it for money. Look at Chris. Like, he clearly hasn't played basketball since 2023. Like, the man needed a place to stay and some money. I don't know, bro. Like, he definitely didn't like Huda. Like, that was not a genuine reason for him to stay in the villa. So, in terms of Nick, yes, you have every right to be mad at Nick. I agree with that too. But when you're saying villain edit, like, I just posted a 30-minute video showing you how that's not true. So hopefully some of this gets in your head. Hopefully you don't see this video so that you don't send a witch after me. Either way, hopefully I can sleep tonight in peace, okay? Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if I missed anything in comments, okay?